Hi everyone, my name is Jeff Johnson. This is my introduction video for Education Law, EDL850, Summer 2019. I'm a video production teacher. I have a Career Technical Education Arts Media Entertainment credential. I teach video production 1, 2, 3, as well as screenwriting as literature. I used to have an English credential. I still do. I just don't teach English as much since I now teach mostly video. I also occasionally teach speech or Apex, which is a class, a computer class for students to, retake classes that they otherwise didn't pass very well or failed in. Where do I teach? I teach at South Hills High School in West Covina, California, in the Covina Valley Unified School District. It's interesting that I'm taking education law because I feel like in some cases I actually know more. Well, myself as well as the people I work with know a lot more than we probably should because we've had a lot of problems at the school. The whole reason I got the job in the first place is because of what the previous video production teacher did. So, but put that aside. I mean, it's going to be interesting to kind of see like how all of it plays together as far as this class goes. And you can see some shots there at the campus, as well as you can see my classroom right here. There's the left-hand side of my classroom. There's the right-hand side of my classroom. It's actually a pretty, decent-sized classroom, as well as has, 40 computers that, the kids, work with to create videos. Great reflection of the Covina Valley Unified School District. And actually doing this assignment, I actually learned a lot. I didn't realize that there were policies accessible from the district website in the schema online. I'm not sure how to pronounce it exactly, but in that one section you see right there on the right, it actually talks about promoting a safe environment, looking out there the welfare. I mean, you name it. And that's like #1 thing they have. And this is just one small portion of all the policies they have. So I was really surprised that they had that. I would, very surprised actually. Another thing that our district does as well, and it's in compliance with the education code here in California, is to post the Williams Act, and we do this in every classroom. Basically what this is legislation that was based off a settlement in which the ACLU sued on the behalf of the students to say that they were not getting good education because they didn't have accessibility to the same materials, as far as equality goes, and you name it, they weren't getting it. And sure enough, they ended up winning the settlement, and they changed the policy, which kind of makes sense. And we have to post these information sheets and in Spanish and English so that students know, hey, this is how you report it, this is what you go about, and that's how our district is compliant with that. Another thing we do is mandated reporting. I'm not sure how other states do it, other districts do it, but we have to. I know in my district what we have to do is we have to take an online training again every year to just make sure that we remember what it is to do as far as like neglect, abuse, you name it, all those things. And you can see a screenshot of a recent email about that. And what's interesting is that this year they're doing it like a lot, like a lottery. So like if you do it and they draw your name out of a hat and you get to win stuff. So I don't know if people weren't doing it or what, but I don't know, it's just a new thing. But that's one of the things they try to do to stay compliant with a lot of regulations. Also, there's always times when they review the policies, and that can be at many different times, especially when we're hired, when we're being evaluated throughout the school year, when accreditation happens. As well as when bad stuff happens, and bad stuff has been happening the last few years. So at the very end, we do a climate survey that basically says how we feel like how the district's doing and how our administration is doing with not only us personally, but also with a lot of policies. Pretty limited, and what I know, I was really surprised a lot, that I'm already finding out a lot of interesting stuff. I only looked at it always how it applies to my classroom. I knew about the Williams Act legislation. I knew that we had to post it. I knew about IEP and 504 plans, what we're supposed to do to make sure that kids are getting what they're supposed to have. Also, we knew about cell phone use. I know about mandate reporting, what we're supposed to do with bullying, and what we're supposed to do to prevent suicides. I actually had to report a kid. I was afraid of something that he was doing as part of his video. I'm like, wait a second, this doesn't seem right. My plan for this is just to keep reading these policies. And during these lessons, I got to ask myself and research, well, what does my school and district say? And as well, I want to continue to promote safe space by learning more how to address students' concerns and issues. So that's basically it. All right, we'll talk to you later.